Welcome to Allie's Attic Show, where you never know what kind of surprise you're going to find in my attic. I'm your host, Allie, and today my guest is no stranger to my show. He was on when I first started, guys. When I first started this journey, and he's got a new EP coming out, new song coming out, so we brought him back on. Please welcome Chris Steven. Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay, so gosh, it's been what, over a year that I talked to you?
I believe so. I believe it was spring of 16? Not 16.
17.
Spring 17?
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so first off, Chris, you're tall.
Yeah.
You're like 6'4", for the love of God.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah, I would imagine. Now, you're from East Tennessee, born and bred through and through.
Right.
And
right.
Your family roots run through the mountains all the way back to the late 1600s. That is so cool.
Yeah, I'm a mountain boy through and through, I guess.
Awesome. We're going to talk about your blue tick hound because it's mentioned in one of the songs we're playing, and I love that you mentioned it. I love the picture of you and him in the truck. Now, music's always been a major influence in your life, starting in the womb.
Right.
So basically, I know your journey. People can go to my YouTube channel and listen to the first interview that we did, but we're going to pretend this is brand new. So Chris, tell me how you started on this journey and right up to right now.
I guess my start with music really was in elementary school music classes, and shortly after that I started taking guitar lessons from a teacher named Lewis Burke, and I played guitar for a while. It was never really my main instrument, but I guess up into high school I started really focusing on guitar, and in the last couple of years it's become my main instrument. I mean, I've always been in music. I went to University of Tennessee for music education, and trombone was always my main instrument, but up in the last couple of years, I mean, I've just put more and more time into guitar and singing, and because that's just really what I love, and it's been an awesome journey. I've got to, through the UT band, I've got to go to a lot of cool places. I've been to just about every SEC college in the South, every college in the SEC. I went to President Trump's inauguration. That was awesome. And then getting into country music, it's taken me to some cool places too. I've been to just some really cool joints. I've been to, played shows in Kentucky, North Carolina. I've played a little bit all over, and it's just really fun seeing where it takes me.
Well, and that's cool. I'm not a musician. I live vicariously through you guys, just so you know. Now, you have you have a very deep voice. Like Chris Young pops into my head every time I hear you. And those are some of your influences. Chris Young, so Zach Brown, Josh Turner, Eric Church, Chris Young, George Strait, of course, Johnny Cash, Charlie Daniels, and I love John Fogerty and CCR. Yeah. But
I love some Southern rock.
Yeah, no kidding. I love Southern rock too. I'm like Black Crow. Anyways, we won't get into it. Now, because of how deep your voice is, like people have referred to you as like Chris Young, Josh Turner, and Zach Brown all rolled into one with a splash of Johnny Cash sprinkled in. And it's such an apt description because that's what I hear when I hear you. You can tell it's you, but you can hear all of those influences in there as well, which is awesome. Now, your first album was a 6-song EP. It was released, that's probably around what time you came on, April 14th, 2017.
Right.
And it's called Chris Steven. That's the name of the album. And it was produced by Smith Curry in Nashville, Tennessee. And it was released by the indie label Old Joe Music and Entertainment Incorporated. Now, are you going with the same people for this EP, or is it a different?
This single, I still work with Smith Curry out of Nashville a lot. He's become a good friend, and I love working with him. He's going to play. I'm actually playing Whiskey Jam in Nashville in a couple of weeks, and he's going to play there with me. I plan on going to him for my next EP. But this single I actually did with Travis Wyrick here in Knoxville. I've worked with a few times as well. I love both those guys. They're both great to work with.
Awesome. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. So you just a background here. You pitch hay still and ride dirt bikes in the mountains.
Yeah.
That is so cool. You know what? I'm going to be completely open here. I love when it's a country artist and they still do stuff like farm work. It just makes it more, I don't even know, legit. I don't know what the word I'm trying to find. Now you have a strong love for God, family, friendships, and simple country life. And you have, okay, so we're going to talk hunting because I hunt, by the way. You have a passion for everything outdoors, awesome. From hunting and fishing to hiking and kayaking. I have my hunter's safety. People are going to find out things about me they didn't know. I grew up in a small town in Canada. And really? I've gone hunting deer, goose and duck, partridge, or prairie chickens. I don't know what you guys call them there. So we have something in common.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I love I don't do it enough, but I love hunting duck and geese. It's not as big around here. There's not a great, just not great places to hunt them around here, but it is a lot of fun. I mostly deer hunt.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I only went once, and I actually shot a buck and cried.
Really?
The entire time I dressed him, I cried, and that was it. I was done.
The smell can get to you. That's probably the worst part for me, especially if you gut shoot them.
Oh, if you gut shoot them, it's awful. There's people that are going, what?
Yeah.
Anyways, the smell is awful. But yeah, I did it because I was with my dad, but that was the last time I went. I'll go duck and goose any day of the week. I don't really like sitting in a marsh, but hey. But I will partridge hunting. I'm addicted.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about, like, oh my God, you have awards and recognitions like crazy. So let's talk about some of those because they're very important. You're also getting radio play in a lot of different places right now too, which is cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Get as much radio play as I am.
Well, let's talk about them before I go into all your awards and everything. So 10 days prior to your release, your EP was put into the country music rotation of J Media FM Internet Radio, where it made it to the top 10 country list in less than 4 days, which is amazing. Yeah. As well as being played on the Marshall Andy Show on WLIL Country, 7:30 a.m. and 102.7 FM in Lenore City. Am I saying that right?
Lenore? Right, yeah, okay. Lenore City.
LOZ Radio, Internet Radio, Django, Radio Airplay, the Black Sheep Network, Triple Strand Productions, Country Radio. It's syndicated to 112 commercial stations worldwide. I don't know if it's IMP or IMP Country, with syndication to more than 80 stations in 12 countries, and it's being played on numerous FM stations across the country, as well as Sirius XM.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest surprises for me, is finding out that it was on Sirius XM, because I didn't know about that until after it started playing on there.
Yeah, that is cool. That is because everybody listens to Sirius XM. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Now, you were honored and recognized for your young impact in country music by being invited to perform as a featured artist in the annual Keith Whitley Memorial Show, May 6th, 2017 in Sandy Hook, Kentucky. Now, they have that every year, right?
Right.
That is, I'm a huge Keith Whitley fan. I'm so sad that he's no longer with us. I love his music, and I think it's so cool that you got to perform there.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the legends. It was an honor to get to perform at his memorial show.
Yeah, no kidding. Who else performed when you were there?
Rick Smith performed. He was several artists from the. I'm trying to think how to word this. The group of artists I was with Salter Gann production or promotions, and then Smith Terry from Nashville also, he performed with me.
Ooh.
And then another, I'm blanking on his last name, another guitarist from Nashville, Chris. I can't believe I'm blanking on his last name.
That's okay. No worries. I was just wondering, because I know that there's been a lot of people that have performed. At his, and then also Charlie Daniels has one too. So there's two of them that go. Okay, so now let's talk about your awards and recognition, because this is going to take up the entire show. Okay, this is amazing. So March 2018, you were nominated for Male Vocalist of the Year, Rising Star, and More Than I Deserve was nominated for Song of the Year, Nashville Universe, which is awesome. January 27th, 2018, Spotlight Artist of the Year. Is it WAVR 97.0, American Veterans Radio?
Yes.
Okay. And then you were the featured January 7th of 2018, featured guest artist interview on the Black Sheep Radio Network, where your song Silver Sun Crush rose to number 2 and spent 6 months in the top 10 of their top 30 countdown beginning in September of 2017.
Yeah, that was exciting to see it that high on their countdown for so long.
Yeah, that is awesome. Okay, so December 12th to January 1st, 2017-18, you were selected as featured artist and crowd pick favorite with 2 separate songs, More Than I Deserve and Never Seen Nothing Like You, on Reverb Nation. That's huge.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was probably one of the most exciting, I guess, rankings I've had so far.
Wow, that is so cool. Well, once people hear your songs, they're going to know why. You're so talented. Okay, so November 8th, 2017, you were selected as a weekly featured artist on HEM Country Radio in the UK. October 12th, 2017, selected to the October Top 5 Social Roundup at AC Country Music News Blog. Holy, okay, I need to take a breath.
All right.
This is cool. You've got so many awards and recognitions. October 9th, 2017, you were selected as a top 10 finalist for Wait TV's Knoxville Idol. Really? They have one there?
Yeah, they do. It was like a thing. It was a local I say local. It was a local news station, and they put on a competition it was a Knoxville Idol thing, and the winner got to bypass the first round of American Idol auditions.
Wow. Were you on American Idol?
I was not. I've never auditioned for it, actually.
Really?
Really, yeah.
Go to The Voice.
That's what I've been told.
Yes, go to The Voice. And then if you ever do get to meet Blake Shelton, make sure you tell him all about me and that I'm in love with him. No, I'm joking. Anyway. He's like, okay, yeah, I'll pass it on. Okay, so September 25th, 2017, you were selected for radio play and 30-day promotion with AVA Live Radio. They are good. I get messages from them all the time.
Yeah.
September 5th, 2017, Silver Sun Crush, selected for fan voting in the weekly top 30 on the Black Sheep Radio Network in Nashville. Nice.
Thank you.
August 2017, More Than I Deserve, selected for nominations for the 2017 Independent Music Awards. May 24th, we're just about done. May 24th, original song More Than I Deserve, nominated for Modern Country Song of the Year by the Josie Music Awards. Now that is an accolade right there. They're so big, and they do so much for artists. That was a really a big honor, and then just a lot of fun to get to go to those awards. It was a great experience all around. Awesome. Well, and I mean, it wasn't the first time, because in May 21st, 2017, you were officially nominated for Modern Country Male Artist of the Year and Modern Country Male Vocalist of the Year by the Josie Music Awards. May 8th, 2017, you were notified for your selection as International Crowd Favorite with his song More Than I Deserve. And that's when it was a Reverb featured Artist of the Week for December 12th of 2017. May 8th, oh gosh, you were twice for 2 different songs. You were also notified of your selection as an International Crowd Favorite with your song Never Seen Nothing Like You.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
That was exciting to get that one again.
Yeah, no kidding. 2 in a row. Wow. And then April 28th, 2017, Chris Steven and Countryside from Chris Steven EP named as staff pick favorite at Radio Airplay for the week of April 24th. And April 6th, 2017, named to Top 10 Country Chart at J Media FM. Is that it?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So. Yeah, it's the crowd picked ones or the crowd favorites or the top most awards that I enjoy the most. The ones that come from the not just the people playing the music picking it as their favorites, but the people listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd, the masses. I guess you could say picking it.
Yeah,
is what I really enjoy.
Yeah, and that's who you want enjoying it because they're the ones that buy it, right? Okay, so I talked about this briefly before the interview. I love what you do. It's called, okay, I'm going to say the word wrong again, Giving Back and Philanthropic Info. Oh, I said it right. Now, Mission 22 Ambassador, Veteran Suicide Awareness and Prevention Organization. I'm a huge...
Yeah, that's
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That I'm a big suicide awareness.
You're saying yeah.
Now, Marine Corps League, Marines Helping Marines, and Toys for Tots. Lost Sheep, Christian Ministry to Feed the Homeless, and Camp Yogo, Children's Christian Camp in South Africa.
Right.
That is amazing. That is so cool. I love when artists give back. I'm a huge advocate of doing that. Okay, so you've got some live shows and performances coming up too. October 29th, you're going to be at VDVX Blue Plate Special live radio show in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Right.
People can probably go to your website and find out where all your live shows and performances are coming up because I'm going to keep going on. You've got so many performances happening, so many accolades and awards, and like I remember when I talked to you first and I listened to your music and I was like, wow, he's going to be played on all major radio stations, and you're getting there. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's seeing the progress.
Yeah, no kidding. And it's fun having you back on, like with a new song. I mean, it's just the way, and it's funny because I was listening to both songs and you can hear your growth. Like, am I making sense? From the song that you sent me, the older song to this song? It's just completely different. I was like blown away.
I'm glad it's noticeable. I definitely thought there was, but yeah, I guess it's when you listen to something a million times, you'll know if it comes through or not. But I'm glad it shows.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does, Chris. Okay, so I ask everybody that comes on my show if they had any advice to give an artist based on what you've gone through so far, because I mean, nobody's an expert, right? But based on what you've learned so far in this industry, because we know it's not an easy industry being an indie artist, what kind of advice would you give an artist, do you think?
My best advice is when you're trying to figure out what you should do next in your career, don't look at all the people who are right where you are, because you'll see a lot of people that are in about the same place as you, and they're all trying different things, and the honest truth of the matter is most of them never work. It's a small percentage that keep moving forward, and if you want to move forward, you have to look at not just what everybody that's at the same level as you is trying, but you have to look at what's working for people who are making it further than you.
Wow, that's good.
So that would be my best advice.
Well, and it's good advice, very good advice. Okay, so now let's talk about the songs we're going to hear. Now, one is an older song.
Right, off my first EP.
And that is called More Than I Deserve. Okay. And then everybody that's listening is getting a sneak preview because this song doesn't drop until the 16th, right?
Right, it doesn't drop until next Tuesday, so I hope they enjoy the early listen, the sneak preview.
Oh, I know they will because I love the song. And that song's called Home, and that's your new single. And everybody, October 16th, make sure you purchase it. It's such a good song. And just so everybody knows, too, Chris's older stuff's going to be on Allie's Amplified Attic. And then after the 16th, Home is also going to be added to Allie's Amplified Attic. So it's going to get worldwide play. And I'm very excited. I love country music. So I love having more country artists. Now, you can be found on YouTube, Reverb Nation, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify. And then your website is... Okay, so I'm going to spell your last name because everybody's going to think Stefan, but it's chrisstephencountry.com. Now, his last name is spelled Stephen. I mean, they'll see it when I title the interview, but just for people listening so they can find you, that's how you spell your last name.
Yeah, I always have to clarify that.
Yeah, no kidding. I could see why people would call you Stefan. And I think the first interview we actually did, I think I asked you before we went on, how do you say your last name?
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of my friends call me that just to be funny, and when I say a lot of my friends, I mean every one of my friends calls me only that, Chris Stefan, and not Chris Steven. And I guess I spend too much time around it because I have gone on stage before, and I've almost said it. I've been like, "Hey guys, I'm Chris Steven."
That's funny. That is funny. Your friends are funny. Anyway, okay, so Chris, thank you for coming back to my show. First off,
well, thanks for having me.
Of course, anytime. I told you that the first time I talked to you. I love your music. I love your voice. I love how deep it is. There's just something about a man's deep voice singing that's just magic. And I love this new song. And like I said, you can hear the growth in it, and I think it's amazing. And if I'm not seeing you on CMT and hearing you on my local radio station soon, I don't know, something's wrong in the world.
Well, we'll hope so. We'll hope you hear me there and see me there.
Oh God, so do I. I hope to see you walking across the stage for CMT Awards or the American Country Music, something. And just remember, when you do win those awards, just say, "Hey, Allie's Attic."
Of course.
I'm getting you to talk to Blake Shelton. No, I'm joking. I'm so joking, Chris. I think you're so talented. I'm so glad you came back on. I'm so glad I get to preview a song that's not dropping until the 16th. So thank you for that. And thank you so much for coming on. And I wish you more success in the world, and always come back if you need.
Well, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Pleasure talking to you too. And thank you for joining me on Allie's Attic Show. Keep checking my website because you never know what kind of surprises you're going to find in my attic. Cheers.
It ain't about where you grew up. It ain't about a new truck. And happiness has got nothing to do with good luck. It ain't about the money. It's a kind-hearted honey who's there to push you on when you get stuck. 'Cause all you need is a roof at night, a few bucks to keep on the lights, and faith that the good Lord's gonna make it alright. Just take a hard look at what you have and realize it ain't that bad, and take the time to live, love, and laugh. I've got a Chevy and a Ford, neither one breaks down. My shotgun rider is a blue tick hound that ain't never slick treat in his life. I've got a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Tennessee honey. She laughs at my jokes when ain't none of them funny. God willing, one day she's gonna be my wife. I've got a heart full of love and one life to give. One day I'm gonna have me a house full of kids, and one of them is gonna be his daddy's son. And I know he'll test my nerves, but Lord, I've sure got more than I deserve. I don't have fortunes, but I don't mind. I try to indulge in the simple things in life, like the sunshine and my baby's smile. The first taste of her lips I've had in a little while. I've got a Chevy and a Ford, neither one breaks down. My shotgun rider is a blue tick hound that ain't never slick treat in his life. I've got a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Tennessee honey. She laughs at my jokes when ain't none of them funny. God willing, one day she's gonna be my wife. gonna be his daddy's son. And I know he'll test my nerves, but Lord, I've sure got more than I deserve. I've got a Chevy and a Ford, neither one breaks down. My shotgun rider is a blue tick hound that ain't never slick treat in his life. I've got a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Tennessee honey. She laughs at my jokes when ain't none of them funny. God willing, one day she's gonna be my wife. I've got the love of a God who never gives up. Been blessed in the name and washed in the blood. He taught me how to love and how to serve. And I know I test his nerves, but Lord, I've sure got more than I deserve. Yeah, Lord, I've sure got more than I deserve. To go up north a ways to find myself without you. So I stood out in the pouring rain, trying to thumb my way out of town. And a trucker picked me up. He said, son, what's on your mind? 'Cause no one ever leaves this place except to leave something behind. Why you leaving home where the mountains roll and the rivers twist and wind, where there's biscuits, grits, and gravy, and the sweet tea flows like wine? And if you run out on her love, I promise that you'll find you've been gone too long. And you're begging God to make her wait, but you went too far and say too late. And by the time you get home, she's already gone. I couldn't reason with that man, his mind was all made up. I said he didn't understand about our failing love. He said, I know what you're saying, but trust me on this, son, 'cause I found my one and only, and I lost my only one. Why you leaving home where the mountains roll and the rivers twist and wind, where there's biscuits, grits, and gravy, and the sweet tea flows like wine? And if you run out on her love, I promise that you'll find you've been gone too long. And you're begging God to make her wait, but you went too far and say too late. And by the time you get home, she's already gone. And I can't help but shed a tear. She's the best thing I had in my life, and I wish she was here. So I'm coming home where the mountains roll and the rivers twist and wind, where there's biscuits, grits, and gravy, and the sweet tea flows like wine. 'Cause in that cab on the interstate, I come to realize I don't wanna go. So when this storm cloud passes over and the snow melts off the road, I'll be coming home. Yeah, I'm begging God to make you wait, 'cause I'm southbound on the interstate, and by the time your tears dry, I'll be back home.